Tremendous cute, tremendous cute, tremendous cute.
Who's your favorite pitmaster's favorite pitmaster?
Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Wade Morris here, owner, Pitmaster, Tremendous Cute, and I'm back with a super cool video for you guys, alright? So, I'm super excited about this video, so I'm going to set it up real quick and we're just going to jump right into it. A lot of you guys know I'm active duty military, and I travel a lot. One of my command has a forward node in Al Udeid Air Base in Doha, Qatar. And one of my last trips out there, the troops asked me, hey, sir, would you mind cooking some barbecue? Hell yes, I wouldn't mind cooking some barbecue. Why not? Who would not want to serve barbecue to some of America's finest? So basically they said that they would pull some money together. They went out, picked up a couple of grills, and they got chicken, lamb, and camel. So I've never cooked camel before, and in this video that is the star of the show. So I focus a little bit on the prep of the lamb, I focus a little bit on the prep of the chicken, show you guys how we got the pit started, but the star of this video is absolutely the camel. And I talked through it, I talked through how it felt, I talked through how it cooked, I talked through the prep process, and then I talked through, you guys are going to see at the end, I do an uncut video of us trying the lamb for the first time. So please let me know what you guys think. Stick around, check it out, and I think you guys will really enjoy this video. So with that, let's jump right into it.
Alright, so here are some of the spices that we got from the grocery store in Doha, downtown Doha. The grocery store is actually named Carrefour, and as you can see, I can't pronounce the brand name, but the spices are pretty much the same. In our lamb, we're going to be using salt, cumin, crushed red pepper, garlic powder, parsley, rosemary, thyme, and white pepper. So it's pretty much my same basic recipe. The only thing I didn't have was onion powder. So I went ahead and improvised, and we got fresh onions for that. But as you can see, we got everything mixed up, and there's a lamb all set and ready to go. Next, we're going to go over to our chickens. We picked up chicken fryers. Those are the smaller birds. The roasters are a little bit larger. So these chickens came out to in between 2 and 3 pounds a pop. Again, same thing like the States. It's chicken, it's yard bird. I mean, a lot of people a lot of times ask me, hey, when you go overseas, is the food that much different, so on and so forth? Honest to goodness, it's really not. As you can see, it might be packaged slightly differently. You're going to have Arabic on your receipts like you saw just a couple of seconds ago. But I mean, for all intents and purposes, man, food is food no matter where you go. So we got the chickens spatchcocked. We're just going to salt and pepper these things, and we're going to let them sit. We're not going to brine them or anything like that, and then these are going to be good to go too. And now for the main event, local camel. I don't know what local means. Probably there in Qatar. If I go in a little bit, you'll see local camel right there on the packaging. No idea how they figure out how to farm these things, but I'm just gonna assume that it's totally legit. So we're gonna go ahead and get this thing taken out of the packaging. The first thing I noticed was that it was a very sticky meat, and I don't know if that's, you know, the myoglobin or what, but it's really sticky. I don't know what that means. So moving on. It wasn't cleaned all the way. That was a fur that I just found, so I removed that. And as I was going through and I was cleaning this thing, I made sure I kept an eye out for any of that type of stuff. There was also some really dark red spots, like this one that I'm taking out right now. I have no idea what they are, arteries or something to that effect, but they don't look appetizing at all, and I'm almost certain that it's not anything that you want to eat. So we're gonna go ahead and remove those as well. It wasn't a lot of those. I think it was 2, max 3, but you can see that thing just looks absolutely disgusting. So let's go ahead and get that out of here. Overall, this thing had a ton of silver skin, a ton of just really thin membrane covering the outside of it, and that's probably something that when you put it on the grill, especially over high heat, cooking it hot and fast, is going to tighten up and be like chewing shoe leather. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove all of that. Fast forwarding, with all that silver skin removed, I'm basically going to treat this piece of meat like beef almost. I am going to brine it though, and this is really just to help with the toughness. I read online that the Camel can be extremely tough, especially if you cook it really hot and really fast. So I wanted to go ahead and get it separated, and then we're going to go ahead and get the brine ready here in a little bit. But before I do that, let me just show you guys kind of what the striations in this cut looks like. So it's a really lean piece of meat. As you can see, there's not a lot of fat riddled throughout it at all. But outside of that, you know, if I didn't tell you that this was camel, you might not be able to tell that it was actually anything other than beef. So with that, we're going to go ahead and get our brine ready. We're adding lemon. We're going to add salt, garlic powder, and parsley. Then we're going to take it over to the sink, throw a little water in there, and we're going to let it sit for about 3.5 to 4 hours before we get the grill ready. Or while we're getting the grill ready. Apologize. So we're cooking on a couple of kettle grills, 22.5-inch Webers. Actually, I take that back. One was 18 and the other one was 22.5. We just got 2 bags of charcoal. We're going to let these things get heated up and then throw our meat on there. So again, fast forwarding because our camel is going to be the star of the show. I got one of the grills cooking chicken and the other grill is cooking lamb. And I'm basically cooking the chicken in 2 phases. We got eight chickens total, so I'm cooking 4 at a time on one grill. And then over on the other grill, I got the lamb, and this one's pretty much dedicated solely to the lamb. And again, we're cooking it in phases, and we're going to go ahead and get it all done so that the lamb and the chicken are done around the same time. And the last thing that's going to go on is going to be the camel. So now with everything else done, the camel is going on our 22.5-inch kettle, and we're doing this again over direct heat. It's been brining for about 4 hours. The color of the meat is started to turn a little bit. It's not as bright red as it was when I first took it out of the packaging. But we're gonna go ahead and put it immediately on the charcoal grill, directly over the heat, and then we're gonna close the lid, and we're gonna cook it probably at about 450 degrees ish, immediately over the charcoal. I have no idea how this thing is going to turn out, so we're just crossing our fingers and hoping for the best. We got everything done. So there's the chicken. Chicken turned out great, looked great. We used hickory as an accent wood along with the charcoal. Over here to the lamb. Lamb turned out great. That was a really big pot. It doesn't quite look like it, but trust me, that's one of those big witch pots. And I got all the lamb in there. I was really impressed with the lamb, especially considering I had to improvise with fresh onion as opposed to onion powder. But there it is. That's the lamb. Now, with the lamb and chicken out the way, here's the uncut video of us trying to camel for the first time.
That just sounds familiar. It might. There, I don't know.
So yeah, we went there, TY, but no, everything kind of looked the same.
Yeah.
It hasn't changed a whole lot. 15 years later.
Yeah. I've been back there since, I guess that was 11 years ago. We were there. Hey, don't worry about it. Would you like some?
How's it feel?
I mean, it's buoyant like beef. Yeah. It's a lot stickier than beef, though.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was heated. That was heated. I think.
You gotta taste it.
Do it. Go.
Yeah, I gotta be the first.
Yeah, let's try.
No, yeah, that's a good piece.
Good to see who's this nice.
It's not bad. Tastes like beef.
Like beef?
Yeah, well, I'm bringing it with a little bit of lemon. Honestly, it kind of tastes like beef. Huh? It kind of tastes like beef.
Awesome.
It's not as tough as I thought it was going to be.
Perfect.
I don't know what it's supposed to be. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm like, I wonder if, I mean, I think I might have did a little too much lemon.
No worries. That happened. Baby. So she had very I was so happy.
It's hard enough.
It's pretty good. It's a little bit hard.
It's a little bit hard. That's why I think it's a little. I think it's a little bit tough. I think this would be really good.
Try that piece right there. It's a little bit tough. Yeah, but it's still good.
I think it's a little bit tough.
It don't taste a little different. Well, that's good like that, sir. Burning.
Yeah. I think it's pretty good. Want to try it?
Camel?
Yeah.
Yeah, want to try it?
It's just a little bit tough, but it's good. I don't know.
Want a little bit more done than that? Or?
Ya lo probaste. ¿Cómo salió tan bueno? How is it, sir? It's a little bit tough, but it's real good. The flavor
And that's what I think.
It's a little bit tough, but it's got a good flavor.
So.
Yeah, I'll try it. I'll try it.
Kind of tastes like beef.
Yeah, it don't taste like nothing.
Like I was really expecting the.
Want to try it? Lamb tastes different.
Oh yeah. Wait till you guys try that lamb.
Camel. Man, that stuff, it was actually pretty good. We liked it. We liked it a lot. So with that, let's see how much food was left. Pretty much gone. Wow, that was fun. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this cook. Everything turned out great. There were 2 or 3 people there that said they've been in Qatar for about 6 months. They said, man, they had not found a single place. They had not found a single place in Qatar that they liked the lamb, but mine was tremendous. So, you know, hey, it's a shout out. It's a testament to a labor of love, this thing barbecue that I do on a regular basis, and I really do love it. Salute to all the troops out there, those away from their families, those away from their spouses, away from their loved ones, away from their children. We really appreciate what you guys do. With that, thank you. And I'm signing out. All right, later.